This is a production of the AJ Podcast Network.
Pushing and pulling, I want you, but you won't leave. I hate you, I love you, you love me, yeah, you gotta be. If I'm your cage, leave. But if you stay with me, eventually we'll find happy.
Should I go left? Should I go right?
Hello, everyone. You reached another episode of the Passage Home podcast starring the Dr. Stanley Rushing. And I'm your co-host, Back Civilian. Now, what I want you guys to do is go ahead and lock in and listen to us on YouTube. We do have other platforms, our podcast. You can listen to us, but YouTube is going to be our main platform. But we also on Podbean, Apple, iHeart Radio, CastBox, Google Podcasts, and don't forget to ask Alexa to go ahead and play the Passage Home podcast for you. Also, while I'm at it, I got another podcast with my homeboy AJ. It's called I Can Relate To. This podcast is something where we all can relate to something off of this podcast. We're also on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, TuneIn Radio, CastBox, iHeart Radio, Podbean, Stitcher. You can also ask Alexa to go ahead and play that podcast for you too. Now, to contact us, you can reach us at passagehomepodcast@gmail.com. If you're interested in sponsoring your business, or you want to reach us, or you want to talk to us about a topic or something like that, go ahead and hit us up at passagehomepodcast@gmail.com. Now, without no further ado, Dr. Stanley, how you doing today, sir?
Amazing, by the grace of God. Everything is amazing.
Awesome. So how we doing today? What's going on today, sir?
Well, just another day on the podcast, reaching out, setting pace. Basically, one of the first books that I read when I woke up was Truth Crying in the Wilderness. And we just putting it out there, conveying a message. We're not anxious for anything, but the reality is about to catch up with everybody so that they can see what time it is and what's going on. But I'm just introducing today another pioneer, somebody that stepped out there who was woke a long time ago and stepped out there, made a difference, and add to the motif of this show, showing that you can step away from what you see and what you believe here and thrive out there literally in the middle of a desert and stuff. And you can create an oasis. Today, I'm introducing a brother who basically is literally in a desert. We spoke before to a brother who lived 40 years in a desert and thrived in northern Africa, what they call Israel today. And I'm talking today in a brother in Western Africa, in a place where 90% of people couldn't find on the African map, which is called Mauritania. And it's a Muslim country that sits as far west than you can go on the African continent. It's about the size of Texas and only has 4 million people. But this brother left Compton, California, and has been there for about 14 years and has not just survived, he's thriving on an international level. And without further ado, I want to introduce the brother and to our guests and hear about his story. I'm introducing my brother, one of my heroes, Rorry. Rorry, are you in the wings waiting to come forth?
I'm here.
Yes, sir. He was in the green room eating up all the food from the other guests that's supposed to come in. And being from Compton, I see he put a couple of bottles of that special spring water in his bag and stuff.
City of
As a
Compton.
hookup. and
Compton
stuff.
in the house. Yeah, I
Yeah.
left some biscuits and syrup.
All right, all right. I'm sure the guests will sop that up, but put some of the green M&Ms back. That's a special order for our next guest. Anyway, I want to say that right now, Rory is in Mauritania. He was here in the United States for about 3 or 4 months and stuff, and he made a comment about once before when he was here that he got a call from Africa and they asked him when you coming back home and stuff, So he is germane to Africa, and I'm trying to get people aware about being a citizen of Africa, and that a lot of our consciousness is not there, but Africa has welcomed us, and they want us to come home. So I want to ask you about your bio, some of the things that you were doing here, regards to reparations, and I'm gonna drop the mic and give it to you.
Well, I got involved in reparations around 2000 and 2001. I started getting involved with the movement of reparations. That's when the late Johnny Cochran was involved. Several prominent people were also involved. Just getting out information about what reparations is. Nothing. Reparations is nothing specific in terms of compensation. It's that and many other things. We created a reparations now flag, which we still have. It's called the Reparations Now by RBG. RBG represents red, black, and green. It was the official flag at the 2000 reparations for millions in Washington, D.C. in 2002. Reparations movement is an old movement, and it continues today with new soldiers involved. So we relaunched the Reparation Now flag last year when I flew back to California. My plan was to relaunch and stay 3 months. I ended up staying 8 months in California because Mauritania had shut the borders, and I couldn't return, even though I'm a resident of Mauritania and California. So we
Wow.
continue to be involved in that
I
movement.
got a question. How
Yes,
does
sir.
a brother? How does a brother, born and raised in Compton, and not open guessing? How does a brother from Compton go to Mauritania and thrive? And how can the average person listening today, who don't know what you know now, overcome and go to an African country that's what 99.99999% desert and thrive.
Yeah, well, it's the Sahara Desert, be specific, and like you said, it's 99% desert. But where I live is where the desert meets the sea. I'm on the coast. Kind of strange you say you live in a desert, but we border the ocean, and I live near the beach, so walking distance from the beach. It's a pristine beach, one of the best fishing areas in West Africa, and it's a thriving fishing industry, and it's a nice place to be. Like Stan had said, it's less than 4 million people in the country. It's the seventh largest country in Africa with a population under 4 million. They speak approximately 5 different languages here. I've learned partially languages of all 5 languages a little bit, but this will be my 14th year here in October. Came here in 2007 and been here ever since. I usually go to the States once a year, but the last time I was in the United States was prior to last year, was 2015. But this is where I do most of my residency here. I'm still a resident in California, which I run my business through.
Yeah.
And
so talk about the thirst for African Americans in Mauritania and what the average person here, black person, don't realize as to what they can do in Africa and in Mauritania to make a living, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, well, it's just like anywhere else. You got to have some type of skill that you can bring to the table. And if you have marketable skills in terms of professional, in terms of trades, carpenter, plumber, electrician, it's a premium here. Any technical aspect, they really don't have a lot of technical skills here and throughout Africa. So if you came and just created your own business, you can thrive. My business, I do pest management, carpet cleaning, furniture cleaning, specialize in window cleaning. It ain't been easy. I don't have a job that I work for somebody, so that's there. And it's been okay. COVID's made it tough, but I still have my little niche that I'm doing fine. You know, we're just waiting for that to die out. But brothers, different every country. So you know what's here is different from what's in Ghana, what's in Gambia, what's in Senegal, Cameroon. Each country takes a life of its own. I haven't had not one problem in 14 years. I'm in a predominantly Islamic country. I'm not a Muslim, and I've never had a problem with any of them. They're very, very friendly with me. It's very generally pretty safe. Like I said, I'm 20 minutes from the beach. If I walk, it's like 5 minutes by car. Pristine beach, the greatest fish. If you love seafood, this is one of the greatest spots in West Africa in terms of seafood. Brothers and sisters can bring information, and they'll thrive wherever they go. It's just take that leap of faith and handle your business, because the opportunity's here. This is everything you need, and the cost of living is unbelievable in terms of U.S. dollars. $360 to $1 of USD, yeah, around 360 to $1. To put it in perspective, $3,360 US is 1 million of their dollars. If you come with 2,000, you're an instant millionaire here.
Yeah. Hey, speak on some of the other jobs and contracts that you did during the years, and I'm gonna name drop Gaddafi with his visit to Mauritania.
Yeah, he came right after the coup d'etat in 2008, and I was involved with a business that basically did logistics in terms of when he arrived with his 7 planes, and we were involved in bringing out the red carpet and maintaining, and we did logistics for Gaddafi when he came, and head states. At the time, we were had a contract working the airport. So that's how you came. If you visit Mauritania internationally, just like everywhere else, they come through the airport. They had one local airport, international, which is since closed down. They built a new one. But it's changed a whole lot in the 14 years I've been here, and it's continued to thrive. It's pretty peaceful here. It's a nice place to visit.
Right. And the adjoining countries to Mauritania would be what?
To the north you have like Algeria, Morocco. East you have Mali. To the south you have Senegal. Also you have Western Sahara, which is controlled by Morocco.
And you left out one, Gambia.
Yeah, well, Gambia is inside Senegal, so you got to get to. Only way you can get to Gambia, you have to go through Senegal. It's like in the heart of Senegal. But Africans in general are transient. They move around a whole lot. I've met people from all over Africa here: Ghana, Cameroon, Congo, Senegal, Ivory Coast. Everybody, a little bit of everybody's here. Malians, Moroccans, French people. You know, that's one of the languages here is French. They have French. They have Fulani, which is Pular. They have Soninke. So it's a lot of different ethnicities and languages here.
Okay. Interesting fun fact. The largest gold mine in the world is where?
It's near Nadibu. It's on the way to Nadibu, which is the second largest city, which is the largest gold mine in Africa, run by a company called Tagius, which is a Canadian company. They do a joint venture with the government. It also has one of the longest trains in the world that brings iron ore, maybe 200, 300 cars, goes back and forth. And it's one of the longest trains in the world, which they do on a daily basis. Just bringing iron ore to the port of Nadibu.
So they have world necessary minerals there. The opportunity. So the picture I'm trying to draw is that one of the things I learned in community organizing meetings with community organizers in the Chicago is that if you're not there to shake the tree, those who shake the tree are the first ones to pick up the fruit. So with Rorry being from Compton, being in Mauritania, he has a whole country of directions that he can go for businesses that he set up that could be global all over the world, because the country is devoid of black technicians to take advantage of things like that. And so I mean, Africa was made for the African American on so many levels that we don't realize. And I'll always remember the day I woke up drunk in a math class when a South African teacher told me, he said, look, he said, you niggas are snatching gold chains off each other's throats while the white man is snatching metric tons of gold out of Africa. and stuff. And we don't place ourselves in that position. So we set ourselves up for the prison industry trying to kill each other over here. When you place yourself in those positions where you can thrive on a global level, that you can make a difference for everybody. And Roy is one of those people who place themselves in the position. He's in the country that has the largest gold mine in Africa and stuff. And how can we mount a challenge when we are afraid to go to places like this, and we're suffering and struggling when Africa is calling us home and we belong there. And so I take my hat off to Rory because I'm looking for people who, regardless of their color, can go anywhere in the world and thrive. And I want to bring more people like Roy to the attention of the African Americans, because you got those who talk the talk and you got those who walk the walk. And Rory is one of those people. Just a simple brother from Compton who has taken the skills that he had and is thriving in Africa, living the life. On that note, I know that we're getting close to the end. So, any closing remarks, Rory?
No, just say welcome and come to Africa. It's home.
Oh, I'm
You'd
trying
be
to come.
surprised
I'm trying to get there
how
ASAP.
you
Yeah. And back,
how
do
you would.
you have any questions back for
No.
Roy?
So listen, what I wanted to say was, and it shows how the media tries to encourage us not to go to Africa, because it says, oh, the Muslim Christian war, they'll kill you over there. Don't go. Like they try to make the African Americans feel like everything that's going on in Africa is so dangerous. They don't like you. They don't want you over there. But I'm glad that we have a testament from a brother that's actually over there. He had no issues, no problems. He's just over there
Yeah.
living his best
Yeah.
life.
Shortly, let's mention Lynn, one of his closest friend there. Mention who Lynn is, Roy.
Oh, Gwen, she's a former FBI recruiting officer for the FBI. She packed it all in from Virginia and moved out here, married a local guy, and she's been here. My neighbor, I saw her today. We hang out, African Americans. In fact, one of the African Americans leaving from the U.S. Embassy Wednesday, so all African Americans here, our little African American group, will give him a send off. Something that we do, and it's the best time of the when we just get together and we're eating and just having fun, and it's generally African Americans from America that we hang out together, on a regular basis. We're gonna be Wednesday. We'll be playing dominoes and spades.
It's good to know that if I get lost out there, I got Dr. Stanley Russian friends out there.
Slim and Dominoes in Mauritania. While being invited to the presidential inauguration because of his notoriety, having contracts with the WHO and with the world with the embassies there on a level. Just briefly, tell us about your designation that only two people in the world has that you have.
Yeah, well, I'm a contractor for the U.S. Embassy, and based on the information that I got, it's two people that are based in the United States that also have bases outside the country. As a veteran, there's only two designated. Last time I was told that had the designation of contractors based in the United States and based outside the country. It normally doesn't happen that way, but it's I'm one of two that has that designation as a contractor. So that gives me opportunity to participate in bids anywhere in the world in terms of my specialty, which was industrial cleaning. I've been working with the U.S. Embassy here, kind of slowed down for this COVID, but I'm on top of the list. And brothers or sisters had a skill set. These are the kind of opportunities that they can come, because if you go to a foreign country and you have a business, that they have two directives, the U.S. Embassy in any country. That's to protect Americans and help them with their businesses. So if you have they're obligated to help you with your business the best way that they can, directing you to with business from them and or referrals from them. So these kind of opportunities, I could never imagine working for the embassy and being a participating person where I go there once a month on a social thing, having access and talking to the ambassador one-on-one, the DCM, that's like the number two, and having access to them is helped my business tremendously.
There you have it, people. From sitting in Compton, and who knows what he could have gotten into in Compton, he's sitting in Africa. He's sitting pretty. There's more to come. I'm introducing the people who sit in the Congress on committees. They've moved his name to the top of the list of people, of favorite contractors. So we're talking millions of dollars coming his way from inside of a country, but you got to be there to experience it. And so he fits this profile, this show, and what we're showing that, we have to make the move to go home, and what we are, we will thrive. We're even in a desert, where the desert meets the sea or wherever, we will thrive. We're supposed to be there. We're needed there. We're wanted there. That's where we're supposed to be. And we can't do it if we don't go.
Let's go.
So I want to say thank you very much to Rorry. And let's keep it rolling,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr.
Rorry, thank you.
Thank you.
Only took me a day, gave a cookie away, hands all in your jaw, crumbs all on my face. Is it the love or the lust? We got a lot to discuss. We gon' fight or unite. What's stopping the trust? I've been bright all my life. I could see that we rush. Sing.
This is a production of the AJ Podcast Network.